So I hope I'm live, right? Yeah. So hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we created a login sign up page, okay? And we created a section which was having this login page. Welcome to Foodie, and it was having this login section, and there was having a sign up section over here, right? But in today's video, we are going inside this application and we are going to create this section like welcome to Foodie. In this, we are getting our restaurants, whatever things that makes us happy and all. Okay, and we have a restaurant section as well, in which it's showing the restaurant near us, ratings and all these things is also there, right? And there is a profile section that also will be created by me. Okay. So let's do one thing. Firstly, start with this homepage that we can see over here, right? It has these cool functionalities like near restaurants, Italian, vegan, and similarly, we can put on things over here, popular menu and all and all and all, right? So let's do one thing. Let's start quickly. For this, let me close this and open the VS Code in which we were dealing before. And this was the code that we have created so far. It has a login, sign in, sign up, and welcome page. Right now, what I'll be doing up here is I'll be firstly going and checking all these things that we have done in this part. Okay, so inside this library, I'll create a folder and I'll name it as home page. Okay, now I have created the page, home page, and inside that I'll create a file name as homepage.dart. Okay, so this is the file that we have created, homepage.dart. And let's do one thing. Let's go to prospect.yaml. And I have just, copied the new updated version of this prospect.yaml. Sorry, a new version of this assets folder. Okay, so in this, we are just writing assets. That means it will take all the folders which are there inside the assets. Okay, so that is what we have done. Like I have some images like this pizza images, this background images I have also have. Then I have this dp.png in which I can use. Currently, this photo is being used. I don't know who that is. I just found it from internet. Like so, yeah. And these are the SVGs like burgers and all SVGs. So I have copy pasted this assets. Okay, you guys will be getting the complete code from there. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me run this code for now. Okay. So as you can see, the app has been opened. In this app, you can see we have created this. Let me increase the size. We have created this login screen, and after login screen, we have not created anything here. So now let's do what? Let's quickly come right here and we'll be creating the home page that I have already written it right here. Okay. So inside this home page, we have a lot to do, lot of things. Okay. So firstly, what I'll do here is I'll write import package Flutter material.art. Okay. So in this, firstly, I've imported the material.art. Then I also need to import constants. Okay, so I write import package hoodie constants.dart. Okay. So inside constant.dart, we have a lot of things to write. Okay. So I'll come in the constant section and currently we have these things written in this, right? We don't have anything else. So let's keep it like that for now. And I'll just come right here and I'll write home screen. state full widget, and name it as home screen. Okay, so home screen dot dark. I have written it like this, like that. Now inside this, we have a lot of things to write. For example, what I'll be writing, I'll just write here as return scaffold. Okay, so it's going to return the scaffold. And now inside this scaffold, we have to write few things in there. Okay, first of all, what I'll do here is I'll write firstly a bottom navigation bar. Okay, so bottom navigation bar will be having bottom app bar, and inside the bottom app bar, we have something called first of all, I need color. So color will be colors dot white. Okay, so colors dot white will be the color. Then child will be a size box. Okay, size box with a width of within height of 56. Okay, 56 will be its height, and width will be media query dot of context media query dot of context dot size dot width. That means it's going to take this width of all the element, well, full screen. Okay, so that is what the width will look like. Now, after this size box, I'll write child. Child will be having a padding, and inside this padding, we have few data to write. What data we have inside this padding? I'll write const edge insets, and inside the edge insets, we have to write only okay, length 25 and right 25. Okay, so this will be the padding. Now inside this padding, I'll write a child, and inside the child, I'm going to write a row. Okay, so this will be our row, and row has a main axis alignment of space between because we want evenly spread data. Now inside this, I'm going to write icon, like icon button, icon bottom bar. Okay, so icon bottom bar. Okay, so this will be icon bottom bar. What it states, okay, so it states that it's not defined. Okay, let me check what it says here. Okay, so this will be what? It's a widget that I'm going to write the data in it. Okay, so let's do what? Let me just wait for this for now, and I'll come down right here and I'll write class icon per bottom bar. Okay, so extends. It will be extending to stateless widget that I'm going to write. Okay, so instead of writing like this, I'll write stateless widget and I'll name it as icon bottom bar. Okay, so icon bottom bar extends stateless widget, and like this, it will be also having four data, that is text, icon, selected, and on press. Okay, so I'm going to take that things here and I'm going to write over here, right above this as final, inside final string, and inside this string I'll write text text. Okay, so it's going to be text, then final icon data, that will be icon, then final boolean will be is selected, and final, that is on pressed. Okay, so that will be a function which will be having on pressed. Now inside this keys we even need to specify. Okay, so I'm going to remove this and I'm going to write it like this. So these all will be needing to add required in it. Okay, So required, what is the key status? It says that key should not be nullable. So it's like I'll add here to check the key whether it's null or not. So key will be not null. Okay. So this is the data that we are going to take in this particular class. Now inside this class, we are going to return a column. Okay. Now this column will be having few things, that is child, children. Inside the children, we have the icon button which have on pressed, and we have an icon which will be icons.gray, and we have the color. Okay, so if it's selected, then we are going to take the color K primary, that is this color. Otherwise, it will be the same as gray. Okay, and I'll keep it like this. Now, I'll just come right here, and above this, we are going to write the data. We are going to tell the data inside this. So I'll write icon bottom bar. So it's asking for text. So text will be home, okay, and icon will be icons dot home, okay, and on tap will be set state. We are going to set the status as, first of all, let me go up here and I have to initialize index. Okay, we are going to initialize what? We are going to specify that what should be the value. So the initial value will be right here. Inside this, I'll write integer that will be saying that current index equals to 0. Okay, so current index is 0. That means initial value. On tap, on tap. I will write that set state. Okay, so inside the set state, we are going to increment the index value. So here, set state, inside this set state, I'll write set state, and I'm going to write current index equals to 0. Okay, let me check what it states here. Yeah. Right, now it's asking to set state. What will be the set state over here? So let me check. I'll write here as, okay, what it will be having. It will be having few things. That is what is selected in this, and current index should be selected index. Okay, and we even need to specify what will happen if we will on press on that. Okay, so we will do some changes in this. It will be on tab. Okay, this is fine. And in this, we even need to specify required this dot selected. Okay, so we even need to ask this dot selected is selected, not selected. Okay, so this will be small. Okay, so selected will be also specified over there, and we will write up here what will be the final boolean selected. Okay, so that is what I'm going to tell there. So yeah, on tab is done, it's selected. And basically this data. Okay, yeah. So now it's going to be Fine. I'm going to write selected. Okay. So whenever this will be selected, we will be getting primary data, and when it's not selected, we will be getting that initial data that we have set in that. So this is what we have specified. So similarly, I'll just copy this code and I'll paste and again paste and again paste because we need four data, right? So home's initial value will be 0, and inside this map, selected will be 1, and I need to set state to 1. Okay. And instead of homes, I'll write restaurant, and also I'll write restaurant. Okay. Now here I'll write map in this third one. I'll write it as map, and instead of home, I'll change it to again map, and this it will be third, and actually this will be second, and inside this fourth one, it will be saying profile, and inside this person 3, and over here also 3. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. Icon bottom bar. Okay. So we will be getting our bottom navigation bar here for my document like this. Okay. If I'll do go here inside this login screen, login form, and here, where is the login button? Yeah, login BTN on tap. So I'll select this, I'll uncomment it. Navigator.push, where is the home page? So inside this home page, we have created what home screen. Okay, so instead of home page, I have to specify home screen. Okay, so now if I'll reload it, let's see what happens. Okay, login form. As you can login, inside login, if I'll go up here, you can see we are getting here. It says bottom overflowed by 0, like this. Okay, so it's saying that something has overflowed by some amount, okay, which we will be checking and we will be clearing it out. Like, see, color is getting changes whenever I'm selecting some indexes, right? So this is the bottom navigation bar that we have created in this. Now we need to move and create our home section that we will be watching it out, right? In this part, it says form. So login form, because I opened login form. Because inside this we have scaffold, and after this scaffold we have body. So body will be having something else. Body will be having a list. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to specify a list over here. So I'm going to write a list of what? Widgets. So I'm going to specify a list of widgets, and I'll name it as pages. Okay, so pages, and it's going to store the data. Okay. What data it's going to store? It's going to store the data as like I'll clear it like main home page. Okay, so this will be the data, and I'll like 4 times. Okay. So I'll just quickly go up here. I'll write a stateless widget. Initially, I'll write a stateless widget, and I'll name it as main page, main home page. Okay. So it has been called out over there, right? Now where we are. Now what I'll be doing here is I'll be doing writing something here, and I'll write what? I'll write to initialize. I'll tell them to initialize what? Underscore pages underscore pages, and inside the pages, I'm going to write dot element add select index. Okay, so whatever index will be selected, element should switch like that. Okay, so yeah, this is what we are going to write in that. Fine. So here we have created this bottom navigation bar part is done. Now we have to just go here and specify main homepage. Okay, so I'll go here and inside this main homepage we are going to do some changes. So instead of this placeholder, I'm going to firstly specify variable he, that is height. Okay, so it's going to take the height, or instead of height, I'll do what? I'll take the size. That's it. Right? Yeah. So it's going to return what? It's going to return as a container which will be having some of the data. What data? Container will be having a padding. Padding will be something something from the top. Why I'm just taking from the top? Because inside this first widget, we have already initialized. Okay, so let's keep it that way for now. And I'm going to write a decoration. So decoration, it will be box decoration. Okay, so box decoration, and that box decoration will be having just linear gradient. Okay, so I'm going to write it like here. Okay, so let's reload the page. You can see that now we have got the now we have got this linear gradient. Okay, so this linear gradient part is done. It's you can see what we have written. What we can begin from top center, and end from bottom center. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so yeah, this is done. And right after this box decoration, I'm going to write child, and inside the child we have single child scroll view, and inside the single child scroll view I'll write a child, and I'm going to specify a column. Now this column will be having a lot of things. So children, and inside this we are going to specify the data. What data? Firstly, we are going to call a top bar. So I'll come here and I'll create a file called top bar. Okay. So this will be a stateless widget. Again, stateless widget, top bar. Okay. So stateless widget will be having a top bar in this. And what will be the top bar? The element that we were seeing now in the above, that will be called out there. So I'll name it as padding, and inside the padding I'm going to write padding edge insets dot all, and the value will be 25. So it will be having a padding from 25 pixels from all the sides. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's remove this padding from left right over here so that it should be streamlined. Yeah. Now, right after this, I'm going to write child, and inside the child, we are going to specify a row. Okay, so this will be having a row whose main axis alignment will be space between. Okay, main axis alignment dot space between. That means it will be having even spaces in that, and cross axis alignment will be from start. Okay, so start. Okay, so this will be the things. I have to add here. Right now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write children. Inside this row, we have children, and what children we have? We have a field called const, and we have a text. Okay, so this will be the text, and inside this text, we have find your favorite food like that. Okay, so find your favorite food, and we have a text style. So text style will be font weight dot bold. Colors should be colors dot black. Okay, and let me add this in the file over here. Top up, and let's rerun it. So you can see that we are getting this find your favorite food part right over here. And let me check why this part, why this color has been gone from here. So I'll write here, and right after this top bar, we have got the favorite food, find our favorite food part, and now we have to write a container. Container, a container which will be having a folder, like not a folder actually, it will be having a box shadow. Okay, that is what the container is going to do. So decoration, and let's just have this box shadow where, and inside this container we have a circular avatar like this. You can see this ice cream kind icons dot ice cream. Maybe we have something better here. Looks much better, right? Icons dot food this one. So yeah, this will be the top bar that we have created. That means our top part will be done here. And now we have to create this center part which will be having different file. So I'll do one. Where is this cast forward? Uh, okay, so it's wrapped with a container which has this particular function. So, okay, so inside this top bar, we have wrapped up with a padding. Padding should be wrapped up with a container, and container should have a color that is colors are transparent. Okay, so let's leave that for now. And the top bar part is done. Now we have to create a different thing. So now what I have to do here is I have to come here and I have to write search input, that search bar that we have created, right? So I'm going to write a class, stateless widget, and I'm going to write search input. Okay. So this will be the search input that we have created. And inside this, it's going to return us different data. That is, it's going to return us padding. Inside the padding, that same old edge insights dot top left, bottom, and all. Okay, so padding will be edge insights dot only, and inside the only we have uh, so we have from top I need a little less padding actually. From top I need only 8, and from bottom I need 8. Okay, so bottom also 8. So bottom should be also have 8 pixels padding, right? Now right after this padding, inside this we are going to write a child. Child will be having a container. Okay, so container which has and little offset over here. So it has a box shadow right inside this decoration part. We have this box shadow, so decoration. So it will be having box decoration, and inside the box decoration, we have box shadow, and inside this box shadow, we have box shadow, And inside this, we have an offset. Okay, so this will be the color, and opacity will be 1.5. Little light opacity, I guess. So, yeah. This will be the opacity, and I'll format the document. Yeah. So now after inside this, we have a text form field. Okay, so what we'll be having, we will be having a search button, right? Search icon that we will be storing. So it will be inside this text form field. So right inside this container, I'll write child, and the child has text field, and this text field has values. Okay, so what values it will be having? That on changed, we should be getting the value that we are writing in that. Okay, so firstly, I'll write what? I write a decoration. So decoration inside this brackets, right after this I'll write decoration. So after this decoration I'll write const input decoration. So inside input decoration, what I'm going to write prefix icon. So what will be the prefix icon? Should be icons.search. Okay. Then field will be true. That means it should have fill color. Okay, so fill color will be colors.white, and hint text will be search, and hint style will be also specified here. So what will be having the in style in this? In style will be colors.gray in this, so that it should look a little better. Then we have a constant content padding. So content padding will be edge insets.symmetric. Okay. So similarly, we have input decoration. This content padding will be changed with these things. Like we have different forms. We have constant input. Okay. So let me add this there. There is my device, and I'll see. You can see we have the search button also over here, right? And what I have written here is I have written that we need enabled border, outline border, which have white, and we have some border radius, and we have focus border, which also have a border radius. Okay, so this is what it's going to show us. Fine. Now we need more data like promo, little bit. Okay, so inside this, I'm going to create a promo card. For example, I'm going to write stateless widget. And inside the stateless widget, we are going to write a promo card. Promo, like that means will be having a promotion thing, right? So we are going to call that promo card. So inside this promo card also we have few data. Okay. What exactly it has? It has padding, similar padding. Let me show you. See, it has what? It has a padding which contains elements.all. Inside the container, we have a width and we have a height. And decoration, it is having a linear gradient. Okay, let me add this as well so that you guys can see it properly. So right after this, we have not category list, we have promo card. So promo card, and I'll reload. So you can see that I have got some promo card over here. You can see and it even specifies do you want some ice creams or not, like this. Right? This is what a promo card will look like. And what we need in this promo card is what we have done. We have initialized a container who has a background, and there is a stack which has two images. First one is this. I have this image that I have called. You can see this one. So this is the background image. Okay. And we have this image as well. So this image contains these ice cream sticks. So this image is, and align will be top right for this image. And then I have want more ice cream apart from that side. Okay, so this will look like this part. Okay, so we have even specified an ice cream over here. Now, after writing this promo card, we need a headline. Obviously, now you have created this section, but how you will specify the headline, like what exactly is to happening here and what exactly we are creating, right? So for this, we are going to create a headline, and that headline will be having uh, stateless widget. Yes, stateless widget, and it will be specified as headline. Okay, so headline, and inside this headline, we are going to call like what are the nearest restaurants, what all things we have over here, and all those things. Okay, so I'll specify it by starting on with padding. Actually, I should have initialized the padding for the main container, so that now we would have not needed to do this again and again and again and again. But it's okay. Let's do what? Let's do this only and left and right. Okay, so we even need from the right as well. So yeah, right after this writing padding, I'm writing a child. Child will be having a row. Yeah, this initial text. The child will be having a row. And this first header line. Reload. So yeah, you can see that we are getting this headline part, right? You can see that headline part is looking good, and we even have received view all and popular data over here. Okay. So what I'll write here is instead of this popular, I'm going to change it. So I'll write a row which has inside this row we have to write a column. Okay, so I'm going to specify a column, and inside the column we are going to write cross-axis alignment dot start. Okay, now I'm going to write a child, and inside the child we are going to write two data. That is, firstly is the text like this, like what is popular today or what is. See, like you can see popular this week, but instead of popular, I'm going to change it to nearest restaurant. So I'm writing nearest restaurant. Okay, so nearest restaurant. Okay. So restaurants, and inside this it will be having colors dot black and font weight dot normal. Okay, so font weight dot normal, and the size will be even smaller, right? And the second text will be what? The second text will be that what are the things closest to you. Okay, so the best food close to you. Okay, so the best food close to you will be written like this, and it will be even smaller. And instead of font weight dot bold, we will be changing it to font weight dot normal, and colors will be gray, little light gray, gray dot yeah, light one. So yeah, you can see nearest restaurant, the best food closest to you. This is how it's going to look like. And after finishing this column, I'm going to write a text. Text will be writing view all like that. Okay. But instead of this, I'm going to change the color to K primary. Okay. And font weight should not be specified so that it should take the default one. Yeah, so you can see view all the nearest restaurants. So we have got this headline section over here, which states the headline over there, and right after this headline, we need photos. Oh, that means cards. Okay, so the cards which we can scroll and check what all data we have over there or not. So that will be having a card. So inside this headline file, we even need to specify a secondary headline. Okay. So that will be exactly the same, but the card will be changed. Okay. So instead of writing like this, I'll just copy this code and I'll paste it there and I'll change it to S headline. Okay. So S headline. And instead of this, inside this S headline, what we are going to write? We are going to write popular, popular menu. Okay, and we even need the best food for you. Okay, so yeah, the best food for you. So this will be having the same rest view alls or view more will be the same. Okay, so we have secondary headline. We even have initialized the primary headline. Now we just have to go there and we need to write that. Now this S headline is also done. So I'll write here S headline. Okay, so S headline will be also visible to us. Yes. Yeah. So view more, view all. Now, between this, we need a cards. Okay, so the cards which will be visible, which we can use, to show the data. So what I'll write here is I'll create another stateless widget and I'll write card list view. And inside the card list view, we need the same things like firstly, I need here to write padding. Padding will be the same, old, left, right. And in this, we need child. And the child will be having a sized box. Inside the size box, I'll specify width will be media query dot of context dot width, and height will be about 175. Okay, so this will be what height and the width. And right after this height and width, inside this, I'm going to specify child, and child will be having list view. Okay, list view. Okay, and inside this list view, I'm going to even specify scroll direction should be horizontal, should that it should go from left to right and like that. And right inside this, we need children. Okay, so for children, I need to tell them this, card. What exactly is the card that I'm going to write here? So let's come down here, and inside this, I'm going to write a stateless widget that will be called as card. Now inside this, it's going to take three things from us. That is string text. It's going to take the text, it's going to take image URL, and it's going to take subtitle. Okay, whatever we are going to tell them. Now, in return, it's going to give us a padding. It's going to give us padding. Padding will be that same old. It should not be from right this time. Instead, it should be from bottom. 25. Okay. Okay. Now here, I'll write child, and inside the child, I'm going to write a container. Okay, so inside this container, we even need to tell the data what data we need. We need to specify the width and the height. So width will be 150 and the height will be also 150. Okay. And what I need here is I need a padding, and the padding will be agent_sets.all. From all side it needs to be there, and there should be a box decoration. Okay, and inside the box decoration, I am just specifying border radius dot circular, color should be colors dot white, and there is a box shadow that will be off context like this, and the blur radius should be 20 for now. And yeah, that's it. For the opacity, I'm writing 0.1. Yes. So this part is done. Now inside this container, we need child, and the child will be a column. Okay. So inside this column, I'm going to take children, and that children will be having an image dot network, and that will be having this image URL that we are taking from the user. Now height will be 17, and there should be box width dot cover. Okay, and now we need a frame builder. So technically we should have a frame builder that will be having build context, and it has context, and inside this I'm going to write few data. Okay, so what I'm going to write here, I'm going to write a frame builder. Inside this frame builder, we firstly initialize the context. Okay, and then I'm going to write a widget, and we even need int frame. Okay, so like that. Now what this frame has was synchronously loaded like this. Wait, let me just show you the correct way. So what has been written here is, okay, so what it has written is we are initializing a frame builder, and that frame builder has three, four things. Okay, so if the frame builder was synchronously loaded, then we will return child. Okay, otherwise right after this child and this column, we are going to return something else. We are going to return an animated opacity. Okay, so animated opacity which has a frame equals to null, and we are going to check that if the frame equals to null, then give it 0. If it's not equals to null, then give it a 1. Okay, and duration should be constant. Okay, so const duration should be in second, and so it should be in second instead of milliseconds. Well, right, seconds, 1 second, and the child will be spacer. Okay, so here in this we are going to write curve. Curve will be curves dot is out. So is out. So where is the is out. This will be having the curve. Okay. Now, right after this image network, I'm going to write const spacer. Spacer will be giving equal spaces. Okay, so const spacer. And now, right after this text, we are going to give them the text as well. Okay, so it will be having a size of font weight of 17, and we will be having font weight dot bold, and also color should be colors dot black. So color should be colors dot black. Okay, and there is one more thing that you can change, that is alignment. So I'll write here text align should be in the center. So text align center. And after writing this, I'll click on format, and right after this text, I'm going to write const sized box, and size box should have a height of 5, and we need subtitles also. So I'll write text subtitle, text line center, size will be smaller, and this time it will be normal. So this is what it's going to look like. And then again, I'm going to write size box. So size box, which has a height of 10 this time. Okay, so little big on heights. Yeah. So we have created a card. Now we will be doing what? We will be calling out this card into this section that I have created over here. Okay. So what has this card list? So inside this, I'll write card. So now this card has to be given 4 data. Okay, so firstly, I'll give a burger. Okay, so it's giving a burger PNG as well, right? Yeah. And we need 15 rupees, or like uh, RS 150. Okay, so this will be the starting price of a burger. And similarly, after this card, we again need to call out the same card, and we have pizza. And also, we should get like a lot of menus. Like, again, if you need card, and this time in this card, we are going to write uh, thali. Okay, and this has a firebase thing. And right after this thali, it should be 350. Okay, so this will be the card data. Okay, card list view. Now let's do one thing. Let's add this card list view in after this secondary headline. Okay, and I'll go up here and load it. So it's throwing us an error. Okay, so the image which we have specified, it does not have this data. Okay, so yeah, obviously it was supposed to throw us that error, right? Now, instead of writing that whole data in this, I'll change it to this one. There is the home page. Okay. So again, restart, and let's check whether it's working or not. Yeah. So you can see that we have this section, card section, and the image is taking a while to load. I don't know why. Okay, so maybe it is because I have not given here the permission to get the data. So I'll go up here inside the app, SRC, main, and Android manifest. We need to give them the permission to access the internet. Okay, so I need the internet access permission. Okay. So we have got the permission, user permission, and if I'll reload, then it should work fine. Let's do one thing. Let's restart the server again and file run again. So run without debugging like that, or it should just run basically. Okay. It's taking a while to load. I don't know why, but let's check. Yeah, so basically we are getting this data over there, right? Yeah. Now we have we just need to add the same line format and let's restart. That's it. So if I'll restart, we will be getting to see this card section over there. See, vegan Italian. Now you're getting the card as well, right? And if you need, you can add a little padding over there, like sized box of height. What's with this bracket over there? Okay. So yeah, if I'll restart HE, okay, so height is not being specified. Yes, it is specified. Okay, so it's saying constant value should be removed. So if I'll reload again and run it, you can see that we got some values, but it was really big of for the, yeah, you can see that adding a size box has just, corrected the data. So you can add the same size box after this secondary headline. Or not sorry over there. And if I'll again reload, you can see that we are getting the data. Yes, you can see that data is being visible, right? And remaining things we will be adding in the later part of the video. Okay. So I hope you understood whatever we have done in this video. If you have liked this video, then do like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss an upcoming video where we will be creating this multiple sections of this profile account and the restaurant part. So yeah. So this was pretty much it for this video. And I hope you liked it. If you have any sort of doubts and queries, then do comment out. The code will be available on my GitHub, which you can access from there. This is the username. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on these particular social media platforms. So yeah, this was pretty much it for this video. And I will see you in the next one. Till then, see you. Have a great day and bye bye.